Good afternoon. Thank you. Thank you, Dudu, the chairman of this event, the minister, Rabbi Meir Porush, for the opportunity to speak in front of you in a time that I feel that we have to have an open conversation about the challenges that we're facing today in Israel. And I just want to continue the conversation that Rabbi Porush started to speak about, the demonstration and the big tension in Israel. And I would like to try to shed some light about some of the elements that we have to give some attention to it. It is not a secret that Israel is really facing one of the, I don't remember such a tier in the society as we are facing in the past few months. I think that some of that we saw already by the time of COVID, the tension between Haredim and the non-Haredi society, and maybe it has to do with what we are facing today. But definitely what we see today, that Israel is becoming divided to two tribes or two groups, that it's hard almost to find some common denominator, some common values that we should all agree about. And I would like to try to explain from my perspective what are, from my understanding, are the main issues that we're dealing today, and what can we, if we can, do to try to bring under the theme of this conference to create more unity as part of our responsibility. And our responsibility is not just to be right, our responsibility is also to try to make sure that all of us, whether we are secular or religious people, will stay together with the big mission of continue the miracle of the state of Israel and the miracle of the Jewish people. In the past few months, mainly right after the election, even before the reform, what we called judicial reform, I sense that we are going in a process that the main change that happened during the election caused many Israelis to try to ask themselves whether we still have a future in Israel. Over the years, and I think that when the demonstration started, I wrote an essay in Mishpacha and also in Ynet saying that the issue is not about democracy, the issue is about demography. It's not a secret that Israel is changing. The results of this election shows that the majority of the Israeli people are affiliated with a tradition, either or the tradition, right-wing or religious parties. And for many people that was a moment of crisis, a moment that they start to ask themselves, is that reversible? And I think that the passion and the concern that those people are demonstrating is really, till today, they have a confidence that even though that it wasn't a secret that the demographic is changing, but they still believe that the balance between the Israeli system, the judicial system, the government system, is creating some kind of a balance between the right-wing or the religious part of the Israeli society and the rest of the Israeli society. And at some point, people start to sense that maybe it's not anymore. Maybe something is changing and it's irreversible. And I would like in my next minute to try to focus mainly on the Haredi angle of this issue. I know that it's a broader issue. The dispute is not just between Haredim and non-Haredim. The dispute is between people who believe that Israel should be a Jewish state with the Jewish values and people who believe that it's irrelevant. I just want to share with you, I gave a presentation last week to the board of one of the biggest Israeli banks, talking about Haredi issues and Haredi values, and for sure the relevant challenges that we have today. And at some point of the conversation, we start to speak about education. And as I said, the issue was our Haredim are participating in the army, our Haredim are participating enough in the workforce. But today the issue is not anymore army, is not even anymore employment. The issue is becoming the essential issue about the identity of our education system, the identity of our Jewish identity. And at some point in the conversation, one of the ladies there told me that I respect and I understand that you Haredim allow to have a separate education system, but as long as we respect a common values that they are the base on our Jewish values. And I asked this lady, what are the values that you think should be the main values of our education system in the state of Israel? And she said, very simple, we should make sure that no matter what kind of system, what kind of schools, we should make sure that our system is first and foremost is educating the kids to respect the values that Israel as a democratic and liberal state. And I asked her, that's the values that you should expect from us as a Jewish state? Democratic and liberal, and I have nothing against democratic and liberal. I asked, did my mother, an Holocaust survivor who came to the state of Israel after the Holocaust, she came to Israel to look for democratic and liberal education for her kids? Did my grandfather, who came in 1924 to establish the yeshiva in the city of Hebron, to build Torah in Eretz Israel, did they came to Israel to look for democratic and liberal education? These are the common base of our education in the state of Israel. I know that some of you believe and some of you even feel that it's maybe doesn't even worth to try because there is no attention today to have a real dialogue and the gap is so big that maybe there is no way to bridge. I believe that we have to do whatever we can to try to do whatever we can to create a dialogue and to explain and to try to convince other people about our system. It's not just right to do it, it's our obligation to do it as people of Torah. Chazal are telling us that the obligation of ve'ahavta et Hashem Elokecha, ve'ahavta et Hashem Elokecha, you should love your God, is not just ve'ahavta et Hashem Elokecha, is ve'ihavta et Hashem Elokecha, sheyehe Shem Shamayim mitahev al yadcha. We have the obligation not just to love HaKadosh Baruch Hu, we have the obligation to make sure that other people will respect and love HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And this is why I believe that this conversation and the effort to try and to explain our position is not just to win a debate, it's not just to get the credit that we are coming from a right position. It's our obligation to explain and to show respect and that we care about other people. I know that sometimes we disagree. We have so much to offer. We have an amazing Torah system. We have an amazing education system. We have an amazing communal system. But to be happy with our system without making the effort that other people will understand and respect, we're missing our role. And I see that I have to finish, we have to continue, but I really congratulate you for creating this event and having this conversation, because I believe that this is the way that we should come and continue having the dialogue, showing that we care about other people as well, because at the end of the day, we are one nation and we have no choice. We have to live together and to create common goals together. Thank you and have a successful day.